Well, just 1 second separated first, second and third in the junior women, and there's no reason to believe this one won't be as close. This event's been in the programme ever since the World Cross began in 1973, a fiercely competitive age group, rarely won by a sizable margin. These guys will do 8K, it's 4 loops, so a really, really good team from Ethiopia. And guess what? So have the Kenyans. And a certain Isaiah Koech is a man, or a boy really, there he is waving his arms, that we'll all be watching. 2 ridiculous performances indoors, 12:57 over the 5,000 and 7:37 over the 3,000. As we look at the Spanish team. Here we go then. The second of our races here in Spain. The battle for the junior men's title is underway. 4 laps, 8K. And it is lightning fast, as we've already seen with the junior women. And look at the speed with which they're starting. Little glimpse of Goodman there in the background. He was second in the inter-counties for Great Britain. But at the moment, Yater and Koech are absolutely storming away. Kenya 1, 2, 3 and 4. They are starting with intent here, the Kenyans, and even the Ethiopians have been caught a little bit surprised by the ferocity of the opening few hundred meters. They really are absolutely tearing it up. Jacob Arapatane of Uganda's also in there, and things just settling down a little tiny bit. Geoffrey Kamworor, 4th in the trials. Very, very fast athlete. Kenyan delegation told me to watch out for him as well as Koech. But good to see the Ugandans up in contention at the moment, and now 1 or 2 of the Ethiopians have managed to somehow get their breath back after that lightning quick start, and things might begin just to settle down into a little bit of a rhythm here. Dida on the right-hand side. 28:37 man for 10K. That was at the age of 15. You almost can't make that kind of speed up. Eritreans packing very well there, so too the South Africans, and another one of the Ugandans there. But it's Kamworor leading at the moment. Dida is there. Atnafu is also there, the other Ethiopian, second in the East African Youth Olympic trials over 3,000 meters. They're rocketing along, they really are. Just keeping an eye out for the first non-African, but at the moment it's a sea of Kenyan, Ethiopian, Eritrean. So Kamworor, Dida, Atnafu, Kifle is still in there, but maybe just struggling a little tiny bit. And one by one, they're just beginning to drop off a little bit. We're coming up not too far away from the halfway stage. Just trying to look out to see if Koech is still there, and bang on cue, there he is. Look at the size of the shoulders. He looks more like an 800-meter runner than a cross-country specialist, but he is flying on the track at the moment, the Kenyan. Big, big excitement about him in Nairobi and Eldoret and Iten and Kapsagat and all the other training camps they've got. 11:04 for 4K. They've gone past the halfway point, and still Kamworor is forcing the pace. Geoffrey Kamworor has only taken Bonsa Dida and Thomas Ayeko with him. Ayeko, the Ugandan, was 18th last year in the World Juniors, so he's brought a little bit of experience with him to the party. And it's Kenya from Ethiopia from Uganda. They make their way into the long home straight for the second last time. He's gone early. He's done it right from the front, and Isaiah Koech is struggling. The youngster who's been lighting up the world with those junior bests at 5,000 and 3,000 indoors is beginning to struggle. So Kamworor from Dida, from Ayeko, then a little gap to Mutungu, Edris. And if Koech is going to get back on terms, he's going to have to do something pretty quickly. Geoffrey Kamworor is running the opposition into the ground here, but can he keep it going for the last 2K? It must have taken something out of him to do all that front running on his own. Another barefoot athlete, this time a South African. So, Kamworor leads. Dida now just been overtaken, could be nothing, by Ayeko. And there's the savage nature of the pace. They're already lapping athletes here in the early stages of this last lap. And now the Kenyan has the daylight that he's been working so hard to find. Skips over the logs for the last time. And I just wonder whether Ayeko has settled for the silver. It would be a great achievement in its own right. He'd only be the 5th Ugandan medalist in this event. And Geoffrey Kamworor is sprinting away. What a phenomenal piece of front running. He was 4th in the trials, but it's going to be all gold today for Geoffrey Kamworor. He's done it in style, and he's done it with immense confidence. And what a glorious future could await this young man. Thomas Ayeko, the Ugandan, will hang on for the silver, and a great bronze for Patrick Mutunga. Dida had a really, really good go. We'll definitely hear more from him in the future. He's a 28:37 man over 10K. Kamworor deserved that victory wholeheartedly. He was brave, he was confident, and he timed it to perfection. Good performance by Craig Lutz, the American. He's happy with that. Just glances over his shoulder, coming home in 29th place. Musa, one of the other Americans, coming towards the line now. Certainly an improvement on his 66th place last year. Confirmation then that Geoffrey Kamworor is the World Junior Champion. Ayeko picks up only Uganda's 5th individual medal in this event. And Patrick Mutungu Makiwa picks up the bronze. A stream of Africans. Craig Lutz inside the top 30. Good performance by him. And on the next page we should see Johnny Hay. Wanted top 30, not quite, but he is the leading European. Good performance by the Inter-Counties champion.